chose that one, but all right. Yeah, but do it this way. So I'm starting to think that being a 30-year-old single female comedian, I'm coming off as desperate. The other day I was doing a show and I was trying to crowd work with this man, and I was like, "Oh, do you have a girlfriend?" And he goes, "No," and I'm not interested. And I was like, Jesus, neither was I. But now I'm starting to think, I'm like, well, maybe I am, because you don't want me. You know, women, we love a chase. I think that, like, it's just crazy to me that, like, women will be like, oh, yes, this guy, he's perfectly nice, he's perfectly fine. No, I don't want him. I want the one that is going to be super red flag, emotionally unavailable, will make me question my self-worth every day. That's the one I want. It's crazy what people will do to get validation and attention, like standing in the middle of a vape shop, hoping that people will laugh at your trauma. People fucking laugh! Thank you. So comedy has been a really good thing for me. It's definitely gotten me out of my shell, and it's been really good. But I will say it's kind of made me an asshole, and I don't know how to turn it off sometimes. So I'll give you an example. I was at my mother's house for Christmas, and my mom is very religious, and she does this thing for Christmas where she has like a little birthday party for Jesus. And that's exactly what it sounds like. We have a cake, we have to sing a song, it's a whole thing. And before I even get into it, like I like to imagine what her getting the cake would be like. She's just in the bakery and they're like, "Oh, I'm so excited to celebrate the birthday boy." And the lady's like, "Oh, she's like, "Is that your son?" She's like, "No, it's the Son of God, you idiot." And then she's like, "Okay, well, what name would you like to put on the cake? Is it Jesus?" And she's like, "No, it's Jesus. The one who died on the cross for your ungrateful ass." Okay, well, what age do you want to put? Well, he died. So let's try to think about how old he would be now. Maybe like 300 trillion million. You know what? I don't have that many candles. So we're going to just write infinity. That's what we're going to do. So we're having this little party, and I happened to look down. This year, we didn't have a cake. Instead of a cake, we had a whoopie pie, which I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but it's basically just like an Oreo, but in cake form. And without thinking, I was just like, oh, of course we would have that. I was like, it's Jesus' birthday. Whoopee! Yeah, my mom didn't like that. So if anyone is looking for a 30-year-old aspiring comedian to be their daughter, I'm your girl. So I saw in the news recently that there was an incident where an eagle dropped a cat into someone's windshield, into their windshield while they were driving on the interstate. And I was just like, that's crazy. But I honestly don't feel bad for the cat, because to me, I'm like, that cat was probably out in the middle of nowhere. They were by themselves. They were showing a little too much fur, high off some catnip. Of course they would expect an eagle to pick them up. But it's fine. The cat's okay. They were on their 7th life, and they landed on their feet, so they're okay. But who I do feel bad for is the woman who was driving the car, because I just imagine her on the phone talking to her husband, and she's like, "Yeah, it's raining cats and dogs out here." All of a sudden, the cat falls through, and the husband goes, "What's wrong?" She goes, "Where's the dog?" All right, that's my time. Thank you so much.
And next up, we've got Billy Craze.
I literally told you I was going to... Reverb? God? Okay. Making sure there was no reverb on there. I'll kill you. Hi. Saw that coming. I literally said if there's reverb, I'll kill you. But thank you. So, hello. Oh, that'd been cool. Cool. Whatever. All right. So, how we doing, guys? I am very tired today. This past weekend, I just did my biggest show ever, which was really cool. Yeah, they hated me. No, no, actually, it was really cool. I was expecting, so I got pizza and I got food for it, which was fantastic. And then they took care of me a little later, but I got free drinks and stuff. It was really cool. I didn't realize, though, how high the stage was going to be. So I went up to the guy running it. I was like, hey, we were supposed to, like, have, like, something for me to help me get up here. They gave me, you know those little, like divider things, like, for when, like, a store is closed? That you just block off like an entrance. They gave me one of those. That was pretty cool. I was gonna use it like a dancing pole and come out to Genuine by Pony. Or Pony by Genuine. There we go. I'm tired today. Shut up. Pony by Genuine. There you go. Oh, new stuff. I have new stuff. Okay. I forgot. Well, not really new stuff. I did some of it last week, but So anybody like have really like strict parents as a kid? Like helicopter parents, you'd call them. So I definitely had helicopter parents because if like you lift me, my legs go like this. And I'm also part metal. I don't know if you heard that or not. That's cool. Let's see. So a couple days ago, I was at work, and this customer was talking to me, and she was like, people our age. And I look at her, I'm like, and then she's like, yeah, you know, people our age, they're just not the same as, like, you know, the kids now. And I'm like, how old do you think I am? This woman was 45. Do I look 45? Yes. Shut the fuck up. I don't think I look 45, but that was fun. Okay, I had another one that was new, and then I'm going to do this last new one, and then I'm going to just talk random shit. Let's see. So I don't know if this is just an Italian thing, but every time I go to my mom's house, I always end up leaving with stuff I didn't like go there with. She'll be like, "Oh, did you need any like, you know, pasta for your house?" And she'll give me like 4 boxes of pasta she bought for her own house. It's like shopping at your your parents' house. It's kind of the coolest thing ever. I feel like you don't have to go in public and do it. I think everybody should do that. It's called being Italian. I don't know. It was just a random thought I had. Ooh, okay. So this is a new one. Very new as of literally 10 minutes ago. So I am single, and I'm going to lead into this with old jokes, but I am single, and I'm single because I'm afraid of marriage. Because marriage is like a thing that like you have to get down on one knee for, I don't know how I'm going to do that and get back up safely. But I realized something. So we were talking about me and this table over here. We're talking about like my dad because Joey was just here and he brought his sister, who is no longer with us, just randomly in his pocket. My dad's urn is in like one of those boxes that has like the little clamp thing to open. I feel like now if I ever get married, I could just use him in the proposal. And then it's just like his urn holding the ring. That might be genius. Now, I figure this, in the event that the girl that I'm going after, her dad's dead, and in the same predicament, I could use him as the little... No? Okay. It is very creepy. Yeah, I know. So yeah, I just did time at a huge event. There were 150 people looking at me. Thank you. And there was somebody just in the front row. And as I am making these jokes about my dead dad and my disability, as I usually do, she's just sitting there blank face. And I'm like, I am determined to make you laugh. So finally, as I'm about to end my set, I say, I'm the sperm that won, like I usually do. Fucking died of laughter. I'm like, that's the one? Okay. So movies are unrealistic nowadays. I feel like that's a thing. No? All right, well, I think so. Movies are unrealistic because they give like hope that you could do pretty much anything, right? Mario, for example, says that if you eat mushrooms, you grow big and tall, right? Every time I eat mushrooms, all I get is really fucking high. That's an old one, but I thought it was really funny still anyway. People keep Snapchatting me like I care, and I swear to God, if that makes one of you Snapchat me, and I know it's gonna be the only, yeah, I know, but I know how my friends think. I'm not answering you. I'm not answering you at all. So football season is almost over. That's cool. I'm not really a football fan. I'm a baseball fan, and I mean, no one really cares about that or follows that. But one sport I really do hate is golf. I feel like for a sport with all those handicaps, it should be way more accessible. At this point, it's just for Machi. Machi just like, oh, this is a random thought I had today. I feel like bathroom stalls need to be a little bit taller. I was in the Walmart bathroom, my job, in the bathroom just doing my thing, and I just see this guy taller than the bathroom stall, probably maybe like 6'8", staring at me as he's taking a piss. And I'm like, can I help you? And he's like, oh, nah, my bad, bro. And then just kept staring at his dick as he was pissing. They need to make those a little taller. It's even that, like, one of the kids, like, can go under there. Oh, hello. Oh, my God. What's up, buddy? Damn, I haven't seen you since the clan meeting. That I abruptly interrupted. Nah, I haven't seen Sean in a while. Good to see you, man. Did Rob get to you? Yes. I'll explain after my set. This is just me break. Yeah. Okay, I'll explain it after. I don't know why I had to grab that. I almost fell over. Huh? That's crazy. How much of that did you hear? Oh, I thought you only heard like 60%. I'm sorry. That was a joke that wasn't even mine. All right. Okay. Autism. That's cool. Anybody here autistic? Yep. That's all of us. Yep. I have nothing new. Like, I'm coming off of like using my old set, and I'm like, I need to like get better. I think I need to do comedy more. Literally, no. I have so many, and they're all old, and everybody's heard them. So like, I'm not just gonna get up here and do stuff I've already done. But yeah, how do you guys feel about me like introducing my dad into the marriage proposal? I think that might be a cool idea. Huh? Why did you just have a German accent for a second? What the hell? Okay. I'm running on maybe 2 hours of sleep. Neither are your parents, bro. Shut up. Well, yeah. He gets the joke. He knows the joke I could have done. I'm done. I think. I'm gonna take a nap, guys. Is that cool? Yes, please. Hey. All right, guys. No, what I really wanted to say is this last thing. Hold on. No, imagine that was it. No, all right. What I'd like to say is support local. Tip rich. If you vape, buy vapes. Yes, that's it. Bye. I am so tired. I'm out of it.
Let's hear it for the sperm that won, everybody. All right, we got one more comic for you. Sean Wheeler is up next. All right, keep it going for Sean and our comedians. My initial idea for a tag at the end of the story to like close it out is to pick somebody out from the audience and be like, and if you want the rest of the story, you can ask him. All right, and next up we have Machi.
Hello. Ooh. Hi. So I got no poems today because I didn't write. I was thinking about reciting one that I've already written, but I wasn't in the mood for that either. But we got new songs that I want to try out. So we're going to try that with some lyrics. Anyway. Here we go. All right. Why won't you let me love you in the best way I know? We won't go out to dinner and we won't see a show. You'll know just how I love you when I got you alone. Baby, it's true, I'm in love, but I'm too shy. People are voyeurs, darling, one thing on their minds. I hear their whispers, darling, and I feel their eyes. Staring at our affection in a way most unkind. Baby, don't mistake me, I'm in love, oh, but please don't make me. Oh, now, baby, please don't make me hold your hand. There are a few things I demand of you. When people stop and stare, I swear are few things I demand of you. It's the one thing I won't do. So don't make me hold your hand. Why won't you let me love you? We will never be found. Way on some distant island or a hole in the ground. No one will see our loving. They won't. Whoa, they won't hear a sound. Oh, baby, I can't show it. I'm in love, but no one knows it all. Now, baby, please don't make me hold your hand. You don't seem to understand how it makes me feel when people stop and stare. I swear there are other ways to show it, baby. Please don't make me hold your hand. There are few things I demand of you. It's the one thing that I just won't do. So don't make me hold your hand. Don't make me hold your hand. Don't make me hold your hand. And that song is called Don't Make Me Hold Your Hand by Lake Street Dive. More of a folksy song, one of my fave alternative songs. Anyway, and now I'm gonna sing another one by Billie Eilish, and I don't know if that one gets you cut off the stream, whether or not, but we'll find out together. Yay! I wish you the best for the rest of your life. Felt sorry for you when I looked in your eyes, but I need to confess, I told you a lie. I said you were the love of my life, the love of my life. Did I break your heart? Did I waste your time? I tried to be there for you, and you try to break mine. It isn't asking for a lot for an apology, for making me feel like it killed you if I tried to leave. You'd say you'd never fall in love again because of me. Then you moved on immediately. But I wish you the best for the rest of your life. Felt sorry for you when I looked in your eyes. But I need to confess, I told you a lie when I said you were the love of my life, the love of my life. So you found her, now go fall in love, just like we were. If I ever was, it's not my fault. I did what I could. You made it so hard, like I knew you would. Thought I was depressed or losing my mind, my stomach upset almost all of the time. But after I left, it was obvious why. Because for you, I was the love of your life. And you are not mine. It isn't asking for a lot for an apology, for making me feel like it'd kill you if I tried to leave. You'd say you'd never fall in love again because of me. Then you moved on. You moved on. Yeah, you moved on. And you moved on. And the beat changes, and I'm stopping here. And that's all the dog that I got in me today. Support local, shop small, support the vapes, support Rich. I love you all, and have a wonderful night. Happy Monday. Support the rich. No, support Richard, please. Rich hard. Support Rich hard.
You get the big difference between me and the rich. You could tell the rich will never try to sell you stickers for $2 or $3 right next to a donation jar. A little above that. So let's hear it again for Machi. And not at the end of the night, we have the Setting Stone.
I don't know what's going on. Can I plug in? It's simple. go about your business. I hear my train a-coming. I hear my train a-coming. Coming to take me home. I hear my train a-coming. I hear my train a-coming, coming to take me home. Gonna sit by the good Lord. I was coming down the mountain, one of many children. Everybody held their own opinion. Everybody held their own opinion. Holding it back hurt so bad, jumping out of my flesh, and I said, yeah. Was coming down the mountain, met a child, she had pinned eyes. We held the same opinion. We held the same opinion. Coming down the mountain, everybody held their own opinion. Everybody held their own opinion. I was holding it back, hurt so bad, jumping out of my flesh, and I said, yeah. Cashing now, baby. Cashing now, Miss Smith. Cashing now, baby. Cashing now, Miss Smith. I hear my train I've been doing the same set, trying to be a normal person. The 28th at Bar and Company. I will never bother you. I will never promise to. I will never follow you. I will never bother you. Never speak a word again. I will move away for good. I will move away from here. You won't be afraid of fear. No thought was put into this, and always knew we'd come to this. Things have never been so swell, and I have never failed to fail. So warm and calm inside, I no longer have to hide. Let's talk about someone else as the steaming soup begins to melt. Nothing really bothers her, she just wants to love herself. Hey, 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 hey. You know you're right. You know you're right. You know you're right. You know you're right. Thank you. I love coming here. I drove down and it was a blizzard up where I was. You couldn't see, and there was like, you know how like sometimes you can follow the lines of the wheels of the guy, but there was nobody. It was just me and like 3 feet in front of me with like that kaleidoscope of snow, you know, like in that tunnel of light. I made it. I'm not allowed to ride my motorcycle anymore, so I needed something exciting. And I figured I could always just stop. It's not like on a motorcycle, when you're done, you're done. It's like, it's a blizzard, I could stop. I got it, yeah. That's my story. Can I? Yeah, you're good. We got all the time. Everyone can really short set. Oh, I can play more.
I guess it's summer because you're the only one left that's actually here. So I messaged Squid and them to see if they're coming. And Invictus said that he was going to come later. So I don't know how much later actually means. So yeah, why not?
Come on. I don't know what I'm doing. Something. I don't know. Seems to know hallelujah.
Oh wait, we could. Yo, actually, like we can do that. Wait. We're the five degenerates, but we're still the.
We're not doing that yet.
Huh?
We're not doing that yet.
Oh.
We're 3/5.
We're 3/5.
No.
That cannot be our name. For one reason and one reason only.
Actually, I'm with it for today.
That's
No, actually, I'm
crazy.
with it for
No,
today.
that's wild.
No, that's funny. Cause it's funny. It's funny. It's funny. It's
That's
funny.
not funny.
It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. I think it's funny. For today. 3/5. We are 3/5 of the degenerates.
Yeah, we're just, I don't know what's going on.
It's a fact.
That's crazy.
It's, but it's facts. It's not a lie.
We could do We Are the World.
Don't take it seriously, y'all.
Yeah,
We're just
don't do
filling
this. This
time
is
so
awful.
that our homies can get here as quickly as possible.
Where are you, homies?
Bring your asses here, please. We're
Oh,
doing this for you.
homies, where are you?
Please.
Da-da.
Where your asses at?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I say hallelujah. I say we do hallelujah because that was fun. That sounded fun.
Okay, can we just play it along to music?
Yeah, let's do that.
Can I still kazoo?
Yes. No, that's the plan. Yes.
You're not wrong.
I like to think that I'm going to the first ring of hell. I'm going to one of the nicer rings. Not burning too long. Maybe for, intermittently for some time. Thank you. Set in stone got it right.
I have no idea. Oh, God, I'm in picture now. This is...
Not particularly, because
Thank God.
the stream is not running well tonight.
Oh, shit.
It is giving me shit.
The fuck, stream? Why the fuck you like this? What's not artistic about this? I don't know if we're ready yet.
I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? Goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, the waterfall, the major lift, the baffled Maybe I've been here before. I know the room I want this for. I used to before I see my flag on the mountain watch. Let it march. It's a burning, it's was a time you let me know what's really going on.
We gotta all be on key. Come on, guys. I now know the error of my ways. I'll never kazoo again, guys. I promise. That was so committed, and I'm overstimulated right now. I'm overstimulated.
Too, and file your taxes 100% free. Plus, get your
Summer.
biggest.
With the music and all of us at once. it
Wait,
was
no,
so-
because I thought we were gonna do the instrumental. Like I thought that was the plan because I didn't realize it was gonna be with the lyrics.
But I don't think we should do that without her. I think we should, especially, you know what I mean? 'Cause I don't know what they're doing. Where the fuck are they?
I don't know. That's okay. Are we done? Are we?
Don't you still have the thing you're doing? Or no?
Sure.
But not
He said get rid of the kazoos. So I can get off?
If we're done, it's sad summer poem
Okay,
time.
bye.
We probably should have done this after I did this.
Yeah, that might have, done something different there.
Don't tempt me with a good time. With the kazoo time. Yeah, where are they? Okay. Lame. They missed a good time. We did unfortunately come across somebody hit by a car. So that. Hold on, I need to put my. Oh, did you want to do any sort of intro thing, Rich, or you good? I can intro myself.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead.
And now coming to the main stage, we have Summer.
Kazoo number 3. Oh, we should have did Mambo number 5. That would have been the. It's not too late. It's not too late. It is definitely not too late. The forbidden Mambos. Hold on. Oh, I put my kazoo over there. I've never sat up here. Can you do? No, that's. I'm sorry. Oh, this wasn't supposed to be summer comedy time. Summer comedy time. I forgot the story that I was gonna tell. All right. Yeah, it's sad poem time. So I'm gonna start off while I get myself settled here. Hi, I'm Summer. Some of you know me as Sound Tech. Some of you know me as Billy's personal hater. No, I'm kidding. Last week I was gonna start off with Hi, I'm Sound Tech. Some of you may know me as Summer. And then I was like, I have this book, but there's really nothing substantial in it, so I just toss it. So, as we know, one of our own, Joey, has, a couple weeks ago, did a poem, and it kind of unlocked something in my brain of, like, I don't have to stay in the box of, like, school-written poems, and, like, I don't have to rhyme, I could just come up here and tell a story. So, I don't know if you want to count it as a poem, I don't know what you want to count it as, but I guess when you come up and you speak it, it's like spoken word, spoken poetry, right? So it's gonna be poem either way, poetry either way. Make sure Hallelujah doesn't start again. But so I know most of the time I joke about it. And I call it the Dead Dabs Club. But I know a few of us have lost parents. And I mean, everyone eventually is going to lose somebody. That's inevitable. But I feel this time of year is kind of, I think it brings everybody down. And, everyone has seasonal depression in some form around here. It's also the time when my dad died, and that's something that never really gets easier. So something I've been thinking about a little bit. That's what I wrote about. It's too quiet, guys. Don't So lately I've been grieving, which is something I'm not new to. Nothing specific. Things like the people I've lost, the dead in the cold, dark hospital rooms who've abandoned with no other choice. The ghosts with heads filled with lies who've abandoned with no remorse. Family that separated like limbs because even the adult didn't know how to handle the hardships any better and left you to deal with it alone. The failed relationships and unreciprocated crushes who continue to carry little pieces of home that you had left. The precious memories we take for granted. The future moments I'll never experience. And even if I do, they'll never be the same. The home that had no qualms shutting me out, and the home I look for in others. The person I once was, and who I've changed into with no other choice. The person I could have been, and a better person perhaps. The jealousy hits at every turn. The hint of home seems to shut me out. And the one I've built myself is still lonely. So, all right, a little more specific than I thought. I say I'm learning to embrace it, but I really don't know what side is holding on tighter. Maybe just wishing for a different obsession to fill the void. For things to be normal and no inner turmoil. Oh, I can't say those words. For whatever filled the void before. And at this point, I can't remember. So for now, I'm still searching, giving to others what I've lost, in the hopes to maybe create something new, something that'll stick in its place. And if you happen to discover it before I do, please let me know. Thanks. Now that I've bummed everybody out, here's Ken to bum you out even more. Somebody's coming? Good, because I'm sweaty after this.
Can I say something after your speech into the
Yeah. Here, let me.
I'll kill time for a second.
Yeah. Oh, here. You, join me on this.
Well, I just want to piggyback. I want to piggyback on what you were saying. This is it. This seriously, I know there's like, a handful of us here, but this is actually it. Coming out. So I have lost. My wife passed in January but a long time ago, like 10 years ago now. But the point is, and then my brother 20 years ago. But this is it. This is what we get. Everything you're saying is right on. So you found it. Like, I come here because you have to carry on with what you love. So you love hanging out with people. You love songs. You like vibrations. You like comedy. You like creation. Rich coming down and setting all this up. So this is it. So you can have all your grief. I've studied it for a long, long time. Maybe it's longer than some people have been alive here. but this is, I'll say it, I'm 51. I'm going to be 52. So, but I hear a number of times when people come up here and speak the poetry, and you are right on, and everybody that's saying it, you get up here and you say it, you sing it, you create the songs, you laugh out here, you bring food, you make a journey, even if it's one person. So I just want to say that you found it, you're here, and thank you for sharing that.
Thanks. Thanks for sharing that. I'm going to give you a hug.
Yeah, please. I'm afraid to hug people sometimes because it's like, am I allowed to?
Yeah, no, you're fine.
So if you're at home and you're listening and you're all alone and you haven't found it yet, it's right here at Union Vapors on Monday night. And then you also get it on Tuesday at the V-Spot. And then after that, you come back to Union Vapors. No.
All right, let's hear it for feelings. All right, and we have another performer tonight, Mitch. Let's bring him up.
There's a drum set. I don't know what's in here though. Thank you for that speech for togetherness.
Oh, did you hear that? Did that come out of my mouth?
I walked in for it. Of course. Thank you for having a place to share. It's fair. All is fair. So, a rose and snow. Tell me if I'm too loud or too quiet. Often too quiet. A rose offers itself like a slow snow, lays its cold blanket of white. Though the snow invites first and may demand later that you give yourself up to the warmth of your den, we are shown to the hearth who has been cold for so long in a quiet house. The snow asks you to give yourself, for you may have a house, yet now strive for the beauty of building a home, of different warmths and voices where even on the darkest winter days a rose may give herself to bloom. Oh yes, a rose will give herself for you. When the season is full of warm light and rising birth, yes, and the snow will ask you to give your outer journeys up and cultivate that internal warmth that we have within us. And through the snow's invitation, you may know the peace of the cool snow when our fires burn brightest. And what was unpleasant cold has become welcome quench from burning passion. And a rose lays in the snow full bloom, face up to the skies. Thank you. What is that? I'm sorry I missed everyone's. Does anyone want to go again?
Don't say that to us. We'll be here all night. You have a very nice voice. Thank you.
Which, by the way, way better than the red elephant.
And also, if you want to sit and read too, I can move the stand down too. That's up to you.
Whatever you want to do, man.
Everyone, there was a
was kind of just like random stuff, kind of like journal stuff, I guess. A lot of it. You're just gonna stay there. And I like random little blurbs. In a book called Tuesdays with Maury. Maybe you could all hear me even like clearer this way, and so I can sit down. In a book, Tuesdays with Maury, this older man who kind of was just like, was one of those people who just had a lot of joy with them, and just a light energy, you know. Everyone, the type of person to get everyone dancing at the wedding or something. And he had ALS, so he was slowly losing his function, and he was still happy and even like really doing a lot of healing for others during his like downfall of like being a dancer and a guy of a lot of joy becoming wheelchair bound. It's a really interesting book. A guy named Mitch Albom wrote it. He also wrote The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. I've never read that book. And so my point in all this I'm forgetting my connection. Oh yeah, and he said he would write little aphorisms, he called them. And just like a one-sentence true thing that really doesn't need to be said, but sometimes it's like a lot to chew on, think about. And I found myself like coming to these naturally. I think it was a random high thought where I noticed that every minute of every day, somewhere on Earth, the sun is rising. And somewhere else it's setting. Every minute of every day. It's like this perpetual, you know, someone's somewhere all the time enjoying a sunrise and a sunset. And that was just like a cool thing to, nice. So I like those little blurbs. And one that's on this page is the most valuable member of a family is the food that they eat.
You must be really high.
Yeah.
Billy's a comedian, by the way, if you didn't know.
I'm a comedian, yeah.
I haven't heard you do comedy, I think. I've heard you sing and do some dance with at the B spot.
That sure does happen, yeah.
That's awesome. I like your voice when you do that.
Thanks. Appreciate that. I could do a really good Shaggy impression.
He does such a good Jamaican accent.
It's such a bad bit.
I hate how good it is. It's so bad.
Damn, dude.
It's so bad how it's like a baritone or bass or something. You really,
Yeah, I get that. Now do I have to do it with myself? Like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Which I actually like. I'm an audiophile. I like to hear your tones coming through the speakers, but you don't have to. I actually enjoy that. You don't have to. You can still sit.
No, it's fine. I'll stand for this last one. I think I do want to read because I haven't read this. Besides me myself rereading it, I think it's a lot. Something. Safety could transform the world. If everyone felt fully safe for a day on Earth, they would make quite different choices. If for 24 hours every person felt the trust in the unfolding universe and know and feel that they were eternally loved and provided for, beyond even what a person can imagine, we'd all stop making a phenomenal hell of our Earth. Safety, the knowing that somewhere down the road you would have all you desired, that love would never have its beloved forsworn or die. Safety could transform the world. Maybe I'll end it there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all.
Better come back, bitch. You want to hear more from me?
I'd love to.
All right, let's hear it from Mitch. And let's hear it. Let's give it up for Ken.
So I am mostly a writer, but most of what I share here is not usually stuff that I wrote. And what I want to share today is perhaps one of the most important letters ever written. It was written April 16th, 1963. My dear fellow clergymen, while confined here in the Birmingham City Jail, I came across your recent statement calling my present activities unwise and untimely. Seldom do I pause to answer criticism of my work and ideas. If I sought to answer all the criticisms that cross my desk, my secretaries would have little time for anything other than such correspondence in the course of the day, and I would have no time for constructive work. But since I feel that you are men of genuine goodwill and that your criticisms are sincerely set forth, I want to try and answer your statement in what I hope will be patient and reasonable terms. I think I should indicate why I am here in Birmingham, since you have been influenced by the view which argues against outsiders coming in. I have the honor of serving as president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, an organization operating in every southern state with headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. We have some 85 affiliated organizations across the South, and one of them is the Alabama Christian Movement for Human Rights. Frequently, we share staff, educational, and financial resources with our affiliates. Several months ago, the affiliate here in Birmingham asked us to be on call to engage in a nonviolent direct action program if such were deemed necessary. We readily consented, and when the hour came, we lived up to our promise. So I, along with several members of my staff, am here because I was invited here. I am here because I have organizational ties here. But more basically, I am in Birmingham because injustice is here. Just as the prophets of the 8th century BC left their villages and carried their "Thus saith the Lord" far beyond the boundaries of their hometowns, and just as the Apostle Paul left his village of Tarsus and carried the gospel of Jesus Christ to the far corners of the Greco-Roman world, so am I compelled to carry the gospel of freedom beyond my own hometown. Like Paul, I must constantly respond to the Macedonian call for aid. Moreover, I am cognizant of the interrelatedness of all our communities and states. I cannot sit idly by in Atlanta and not be concerned about what happens in Birmingham. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. Never again can we afford to live with the narrow provincial outside agitator idea. Anyone who lives inside the United States can never be considered an outsider anywhere within its bounds. You deplore the demonstrations taking place in Birmingham, but your statement, I am sorry to say, fails to express a similar concern for the conditions that brought about demonstrations. I am sure that none of you would want to rest content with the superficial kind of social analysis that deals merely with effects and does not grapple with underlying causes. It is unfortunate that demonstrations are taking place in Birmingham, but it is even more unfortunate that the city's white power structure left the Negro community with no alternative. In any nonviolent campaign, there are 4 basic steps: collection of the facts to determine whether injustices exist, negotiation, self-purification, and direct action. We have gone through all these steps in Birmingham. There could be no gainsaying the fact that racial injustice engulfs this community. Birmingham is probably the most thoroughly segregated city in the United States. Its ugly record of brutality is widely known. Negroes have experienced grossly unjust treatment in the courts. There have been more unsolved bombings of Negro homes and churches in Birmingham than in any other city in the nation. These are the hard, brutal facts of the case. On the basis of these conditions, Negro leaders sought to negotiate with the city fathers. but the latter consistently refused to engage in good faith negotiation. Then, last September, came the opportunity to talk with the leaders of Birmingham's economic community. In the course of the negotiations, certain promises were made by the merchants, for example, to remove the store's humiliating racial signs. On the basis of these promises, the Reverend Fred Shuttlesworth and the leaders of the Alabama Christian Movement for Human Rights agreed to a moratorium on all demonstrations. As the weeks and months went by, we realized that we were the victims of a broken promise. A few signs, briefly removed, returned. The others remained. As in so many past experiences, our hopes had been blasted, and the shadow of deep disappointment settled upon us. We had no alternative except to prepare for direct action, whereby we would present our very bodies as a means of laying our case before the conscience of the local and national community. Mindful of the difficulties involved, we decided to undertake a process of self-purification. We began a series of workshops on nonviolence, and we repeatedly asked ourselves, are you able to accept blows without retaliating? Are you able to endure the ordeal of jail? We decided to schedule our direct action program for the Easter season, realizing that except for Christmas, this is the main shopping period of the year. Knowing that a strong economic withdrawal program would be the byproduct of direct action, we felt this would be the best time to bring pressure to bear on the merchants for needed change. Then it occurred to us that Birmingham's mayoral election was coming up in March, and we speedily decided to postpone action until after Election Day. When we discovered that the Commissioner of Public Safety, Eugene Bull O'Connor, had piled up enough votes to be in the runoff, we decided again to postpone action until the day after the runoff so the demonstrations cannot be used to cloud the issues. Like many others, we waited to see Mr. Connor defeated, and to this end we endured postponement after postponement. Having aided in this community need, we felt that our direct action program could be delayed no longer. You may well ask, well, why direct action? Why sit-ins, marches, and so forth? Isn't negotiation a better path? You are quite right in calling for negotiation. Indeed, this is the very purpose of direct action. Nonviolent direct action seeks to create such a crisis and foster such a tension that a community which has constantly refused to negotiate is forced to confront the issue. It seeks so to dramatize the issue that it can no longer be ignored. My citing the creation of tension as part of the work of the Nonviolent Register may sound shocking, but I must confess I'm not afraid of the word tension. I have earnestly opposed violent tension, but there is a type of constructive nonviolent tension which is necessary for growth. Just as Socrates felt that it was necessary to create a tension in the mind so that individuals could rise from the bondage of myths and half-truths to the unfettered realm of creative analysis and objective appraisal, so must we see the need for nonviolent gadflies to create the kind of tension in society that will help men rise from the dark depths of prejudice and racism to the majestic heights of understanding and brotherhood. The purpose of our direct action program is to create a situation so crisis-packed that it will inevitably open the door to negotiation. I therefore concur with you in your call for negotiation. Too long has our beloved Southam been bogged down in a tragic effort to live in monologue rather than dialogue. One of the basic points in your statement is that the action that I and my associates have taken in Birmingham is untimely. Some have asked, why didn't you give the new city administration time to act? The only answer I can give to this query is that the new Birmingham administration must be prodded about as much as the outgoing one before it will act. We are sadly mistaken if you feel that the election of Albert Boutwell as mayor will bring a new millennium to Birmingham. While Mr. Boutwell is a much more gentle person than Mr. Connor, they are both segregationists, dedicated to maintenance of the status quo. I have hope that Mr. Boutwell will be reasonable enough to see the futility of massive resistance to desegregation, but he will not see this without pressure from devotees of civil rights. My friends, I must say to you that we have not made a single gain in civil rights without determined legal and nonviolent pressure. Lamentably, it is a historical fact that privileged groups seldom give up their privileges voluntarily. Individuals may see the moral light and voluntarily give up their unjust posture, but, as Reinhold Niebuhr has reminded us, groups tend to be more immoral than individuals. We know through painful experience that freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. Frankly, I have yet to engage in a direct action campaign that was well-timed in the view of those that have not suffered unduly from the disease of segregation. For years now, I have heard the word wait. It rings in the ear of every Negro with piercing familiarity. This wait has almost always meant never. We must come to see with one of our distinguished jurists that justice too long is justice denied. We have waited for more than 340 years for our constitutional and God-given rights. The nations of Asia and Africa are moving with jet-like speed toward gaining political independence, but we still creep at horse and buggy pace toward gaining a cup of coffee at a lunch counter. Perhaps it is easy for those who have never felt the stinging darts of segregation to say, wait. But when you've seen vicious mobs lynch your mothers and fathers at will and drown your sisters and brothers at whim, when you have seen hate-filled policemen curse, kick, and even kill your black brothers and sisters, when you see the vast majority of your 20 million Negro brothers smothering in an airtight cage of poverty in the midst of an affluent society, when you suddenly find your tongue twisted and your speech stammering as you seek to explain to your 6-year-old daughter why she can't go to the public amusement park that has just been advertised on television, and see tears welling up in her eyes when she is told that Funtown is closed to colored children, and see ominous clouds of inferiority begin to form in her little mental sky, and see her beginning to distort her personality by developing an unconscious bitterness towards white people, when you have to concoct an answer for a 5-year-old son who is asking, Daddy, why do white people treat colored people so mean? When you have to take a cross-country drive and find it necessary to sleep night after night in the uncomfortable corners of your automobile because no motel will accept you? When you're humiliated day in and day out by nagging signs reading red, white, and colored? When your middle name becomes Boy, however old you are, and your last name becomes John, and your wife and mother are never given the respected title Mrs., when you are harried by day and haunted by night by the fact that you are a Negro living constantly at tiptoe stance, never quite knowing what to expect next, and are plagued with inner fears and outer resentments, when you are forever fighting a degenerating sense of nobodiness, then you will understand why we find it difficult to wait. There comes a time when the cup of endurance runs over, and men are no longer willing to be plunged in the abyss of despair. I hope, sirs, you can understand our legitimate and unavoidable impatience. You express a great deal of anxiety over our willingness to break laws. This is certainly a legitimate concern. Since we so diligently urge people to obey the Supreme Court decision of 1954 outlawing segregation in the public schools, at first glance it may seem rather paradoxical for us to consciously break laws. One may well ask, how can you advocate breaking some laws and obeying others? The answer lies in the fact that there are 2 types of laws, just and unjust. I'd be the first to advocate obeying just laws. One not only has a legal but a moral responsibility to obey just laws. Conversely, one has a moral responsibility to disobey unjust laws. I would agree with St. Augustine that an unjust law is no law at all. Now, what is the difference between the two? How does one determine whether a law is just or unjust? A just law is a man-made code that squares with the moral law of God. An unjust law is a code that is out of harmony with the moral law. To put it in the terms of St. Thomas Aquinas, an unjust law is a human law that is not rooted in eternal law and natural law. Any law that uplifts human personality is just. Any law that degrades human personality is unjust. All segregation statutes are unjust because segregation distorts the soul and damages the personality. It gives the segregator a false sense of superiority and the segregated a false sense of inferiority. Segregation, to use the terminology of the Jewish philosopher Martin Buber, substitutes an I-it relationship for an I-thou relationship and ends up relegating persons to the status of things. Hence, segregation is not only politically, economically, and sociologically unsound, it is morally wrong and sinful. Paul Tillich has said that sin is separation. Is not segregation an existential expression of man's tragic separation, his awful estrangement, his terrible sinfulness? Thus, it is that I can urge men to obey the 1954 decision of the Supreme Court, for it is morally right, and I can urge them to disobey segregation ordinances, for they are morally wrong. Guys, the letter does continue at rather great length. But in case you never actually heard any of the text of the Martin Luther King's letter from Birmingham jail, I wanted to share it because in case you didn't remember, it is Martin Luther King Day. And, it's not just a day where we close our banks and we close our schools. It's a day where we check in with one of the greatest people who's ever lived in American history. Who, along with everyone that he worked alongside, accomplished one of the greatest accomplishments of American history. And I do think that you don't really have to point very hard to draw a lot of parallels to talk about injustice in our day. And people are always saying it's not the right time. Maybe you should just calm down. Maybe you should just chill out. I think that if you said, nah, I'm not going to do that, you'd find yourself across the history of the United States in very good company. So, that was a long read. And there's more. And you should go home and read the rest of it. You really should. Rich, do we have anyone else coming tonight? Beautiful. So, hey, you know what? What kind of gum? Fuck them. But, so, this weekend, I believe we might be doing a very small number of at-the-door ticket sales for Traverse the Abyss, Eternal Laceration, and Slapjaw. Otherwise, that show is sold the fuck out. So fuck yeah, we're going to have probably around 100 people here in the shop as Traverse the Abyss prepares for its Japan tour. Let me go grab my little calendar. All right. On the 31st, we have Mosh Pit Mayhem. That's going to be a no-ring freaking music, mosh, metal day. I know that we're going to have, you have to pardon me, guys, I have my disorganized pile of notes. I know we're going to have No Fight, No Victory and Drowning Kelly highlighting that show. So come out and watch Squid, who I'm super glad is here to promote the show. That motherfucker. We ride at dawn. None of this goes on the stream, so people can just comment, whatever. February, we have a lot of shows coming up. I'm going to have Bob and the Devil, Fiendstar, Salem Moon, and Street Ave Boulevard coming back on February 14th for an awesome Valentine's Day show. Then on the 20th, we're going to have All in Blood, Screwed Ends, Eternal Laceration, and Long Way Home here at the shop. Then there's the show, with no offense to any of the other shows, this show is just going to be fucking crazy and awesome. And if you're not going to be here, you're fucking dumb. I'm sorry. That's going to be University Drive, Purple Lung, Planning for a Burial, and Sower. Yes. That is Saturday, February 21st, the day that you will be here. Which other? I have an entire stack of shows. The other February show, Bob and the Devil, Fiendstar, Salem Moon, Street Ave Boulevard. That is the 14th, which should be a Saturday. Then I mean, we're not going to go into March. You guys won't fucking remember any of that. No, I get that. I get that. Guys, everybody, thanks for coming out. Oh, my fucking God. It's only fair. What did I do to you? The grenade? Yes. Oh, you mean the fucking Aztec death whistle? Yes. I can get up here and do that. Not Sunday. Mambo number 5. Mambo number 5 played on an Aztec death. I don't want to do that to Sunday. Sunday is just a handsome, handsome boy. Yeah. But, Rich, the stream is dead.
It's back now because I just hardwired it in.
That's wild. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I don't have anything else. I don't think everyone's done their stuff. Yeah. We're gonna hand it over. I'm so handsome. Yeah. Oh, thank you. The handsomest. You guys are fucking crazy. Thank you. So let's hear some noise for Miss Summer. Of course, it would be kazoo noise, wouldn't it? Let's make some noise for Rich Owls. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for Rich Owls.
Keep it going for Ken. and Union Vapors. All right, thanks so much for coming out to the NEPA Scene Open Mic at Union Vapors 570. We're here every Monday if you want to perform. Sign-ups are 8 to 9:30. And then we usually run till about midnight or later, but tonight was a little bit of an earlier one. I did just hear back from Squid and Ramen. They are alive. They just fell asleep. So they're all good there. And Mr. Invictus also wouldn't be coming till even later. So I was like, well, we're wrapping up. So he's like, oh, no big deal. So we'll see him next time. We also do an open mic at the V-Spot on Tuesdays. So if you want to perform there, we start much earlier. Signups are 6 to 8. We start about 7:30, depending on how many people we've got. And then we run till about midnight, 12:30, 1 o'clock or so. So we will see you there tomorrow night. If you'd like to support NEPA Scene, it's just one part of what we do. We also have articles, photos, videos, podcasts, live streams, and more every week that talk about and support local artists. So if you'd like to see more of that kind of stuff continue, we have a little merch table over there with some stickers and buttons and hats and shirts and things like that. Or if you just want to throw a buck or two in the donation jar, you can do that as well. If you want to grab a locally made coffee on your way out, or some soda or iced tea or anything like that, anything to support all of the local artists and the venue. And make sure that you come out to some of these shows that Ken was talking about as well. Always a good time here. And thanks so much for everybody who came out and brought their talent to the stage tonight. We'll see you tomorrow at the V-Spot, and then here again next Monday. Have a good night, everybody.